It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a really long time. How's it going, guys?
Yeah, a while doesn't quite describe it. Hello, welcome to the Just Three Dudes podcast. This is brand new. We're hoping to branch into this because apparently video editing and videos does not flow in our blood. This is our new podcast titled So Now What?
So basically the idea of this happened just barely, actually. And
I was going to say, it was like...
An hour and a half ago?
Yeah,
Yes.
An hour and a half ago. And the idea that we came up with was, since the three of us are just about to graduate high school pretty soon,
it's still like...
It pretty much relates to...
It's like 7-8 months away.
Yeah.
That's still pretty close, though.
Still too close.
Yeah.
Much too close.
Yeah, but still, like, the idea came up where it basically relates to the three of us, and it's just like, since we're about to graduate high school, it's just like, so now what?
I just realized. Can they even see you, Trent?
I'm not quite sure.
So I realized it's pointing like straight at me, so I'm like to the right of them.
I don't know if the GoPro can either see me or Trent. I think it might
be able to get you, but
yeah.
I'm doubting it's getting Trent.
If we want, we can take a 5-minute recess and I can do 2 or 3 things, which should make this entire thing hopefully better.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that means... Okay, I hope the viewers at home can see us all now.
Yeah.
I'm not moving it again, so...
Well, we'll find out in post.
It was way too much work to move it the first time.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our choices in books, we have 5 selections, so there will be at a minimum 5 podcasts.
Yeah.
Hopefully. If we get around to doing them.
Hopefully, yeah.
If we get around to doing them. If is good.
If.
Not quite in this case. Okay, so we have City of Thieves. Part story, part game. This book is with a difference. One, which is you. So there's that. Just So Stories. I have no idea what this one's actually called. It's just called Just So Stories. It looks there's an elephant on the cover. I have a feeling we're not going to do that one quite yet.
Yeah.
We could if we wanted. Then there's Revolt of the Dwarves.
Revolt of the Dwarves.
Search for the Mountain Gorillas. Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
What is the elephant? Wait, there's a... What?
There's a monkey riding an elephant.
It's a monkey riding an elephant, but an alligator's eating the elephant.
Yeah.
So basically, that monkey's screwed.
And then we have the Mountain of Mirrors.
A Mountain of Mirrors.
I personally think our first selection is going to be one of the 3, the Mountain of Mirrors, City of Thieves, or the Revolt of the Dwarves.
Yeah. And if you guys have any suggestions on what we should do, if we should do something else for our podcast, just give us...
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below.
Please.
Yeah, if you find choose your own adventure stories online or things like that. I know of a few off the top of my head, but if you have any, let us know, and it'll be quite an adventure.
Yeah. And we'd love to share the adventure with you guys.
So, what will it be?
Pick your poison. Who should choose first?
Well, so let's just clarify this. I, Trent Williams, am the narrator. So my amount of say in this is just, how do I want to murder these 2 unfortunate souls?
Well, I guess at that point it's your choice. Which would we do then?
It's my choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this will be fun.
You're picking our poison.
I'm picking your poison. That's a very foolish decision on your part, but okay.
Oh, great.
We're going to begin with an endless quest book, Revolt of the Dwarves. Pick a path to adventure, inspired by Dungeons and Dragons. By
Cool.
Rose Assets. Published by TSR, who was at one point the owner of Dungeons and Dragons.
Cool.
All hail to Gary Gygax.
Yeah.
I love Dungeons and Dragons. We may at one point, after we're finished with our books, do just a Dungeons and Dragons kind of podcast, because that's literally That is the most pure form of choosing your own adventure,
Yeah.
where there's literally no storyline.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not choices
I'm gonna be
specifically
honest,
you can make.
I've played Dungeons and Dragons before. I'm not good at it. I usually end the game in about an hour and a half.
Well, I mean, we don't want our podcasts to be horribly long.
Well, they,
you know?
won't, they won't be that long. We'll probably split them up into like 30-minute chunks.
40.
Maybe.
Okay.
40.
40.
Okay.
Okay,
That
so
sounds about right.
we open to page unnumbered is the introduction. Once upon a time, the dwarves, who had long served as the king's own guards, decided to take the kingdom from their human masters. You are thrust into the action as Galen, a young person whose family is the first to be captured by the dwarven troops. You escape and set out to warn the prince and to rescue your parents. It is up to you to pick your own path into adventure. What will you do? You have narrowly escaped capture by the dwarves. The sounds of their hunt still surround you, but you must make a choice. 1. Fight the dwarves and try to rescue your parents. Turn to page 143. Hide and hope they don't find you. Turn to page 31. Try to escape their clutches by making a run for it. Turn to page 59. Whichever path you pick, you are sure to find adventure as you turn the pages of Revolt of the Dwarves.
Do we want to fight him?
I don't know.
So, essentially, I'm going to give you the spark notes because
Okay.
as much as I love being a narrator, I don't think we have the copyright or the audience to listen to. I mean, like, the introduction where, you get more than that is actually 3 pages of text.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, we can try and listen to my amazing voices. Look, Dad, there's a dark cloud over there. It's not a storm, is it?
No, son. It's a
Exa-
volcano.
Exactly. So I'm just going to kind of give you the spark notes, if that's okay.
Okay.
So the gist of it, look, Dad, that dark cloud over there. It's not a storm, is it? Looking over the backs of the 4 horses that pull your cart, your father squints and says, Riders, lots of them and coming fast. Are they bandits, Paul? Asks your mother, fearfully, clutching her shawl to her throat. No, Martha. They can't be bandits.
I'm going to be
The
honest,
dwarven
I thought
guard
that was
cleaned
the
up the
kid
last of
again.
them. Me too. Don't worry, Dad.
I was like, wait,
Now-
why is this kid calling his dad Paul? I think we broke
We broke
Dawson. I almost called him Paul.
Counter 1. Bring the counter up to 1.
Man.
Anyways. No, Martha. They can't be bandits. The Dwarven Guard cleaned up the last of them 10 years ago. I don't know who they are, but the way they're riding, we'll soon find out. Galen, grab that puppy of yours and get under cover in that pile of bedclothes. I want to stay here. If there's trouble, I can help too. Do as your father says, snaps your mother, and don't come out till we're safe, and we say it so. You know better than to argue with your mother, so you get off the narrow wooden seat and wriggle through the crowded cart. Well, no one said I wouldn't watch you, whispered. You whispered to Wolfie, who licks your face, and I give up. This is terrible. Okay, snuggling down in the pile of blankets, you quiet the puppy, who thinks you're trying to play. Then you arrange the blanket so you can see. Soon, a faint rumble becomes the drumming thunder of horses' hooves. Hold your team, demands a harsh voice. Oh, Paul, it's the guard, cries your mother. Thank heavens we're safe. Pulling the team to a complete stop, your father calls, Ho, guard! What is your business with us? We are anxious to camp before the storm breaks. Speak, and let us be on our way. Do you dare to speak so to the king's guard? Snarls a menacing voice. Teach the humans to be polite, urges another of the uniformed dwarves. Your mother clings to your father's arm. Rain begins to fall, as it always does, with stories like this. The instant crab goes down, the rain does too.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't even paying attention for that last like 30 seconds.
We have a nice ambiance of rain with the crackling of my microphone.
Yeah.
That's true. Also, one of the main reasons why I was cracking up so much is because when you're narrating as the mom, I keep wanting to say, that's a very masculine woman.
What, you want me to talk like this? This is too seductive to be a mother.
True.
Well,
Skipping some stuff, Saddle Leather Creeks, Dwarves, Father Honeyed Voices, blah, 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 Blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Well, I mean, legit. It's really good reading it, but this is completely fluff. Okay, skip it down. Apparently, there's someone named Sneed, like Sneed.
Interesting.
Sneed.
No relation to the Thneed, I'm guessing.
Probably not.
Sneed.
Sneeze.
Sneeze.
Anyway,
That doesn't make any sense.
Of course not. Never was.
Just a few questions, says Sneed. Like, where have you been and where are you going? Why, Captain, we're going to the prince's coronation, of course. And as to where we've been mapping. Royal map maker, eh? Splendid occupation. So useful. And why are you traveling alone? Your father answers quickly, Yes, Captain, quite alone. Just me and the missus. All by yourselves? Splendid. Just splendid. Sneed beams. You see, lads, what comes of talking first? Now we know. Now we know who these fine people are. Avoid mistakes, I always say. Now we know who they are. Now that we know they're alone, seize them. Before your father can protest, heavy hands pull him and your mother from the cart. Your mother screams and your father curses. But rough laughter drowns out their cries. You see, lads, it is as I told you. You would suspect the king's own dwarven guard to be of treachery. No one until it is far too late. So now you have a choice. As they haul off your parents, will you 1. Fight the dwarves and try to rescue your parents? Page 143. Hide and hope they don't find you? Page 31. Or try to escape? Page 59.
Try to escape.
Okay.
You're going to try to escape, turning to page 59. Ready? I just hit the mic so many times with the paper. 57. 59. Okay. You grasp Woofy firmly. Terrible name for a dog, just saying. Woofy.
Woofy!
Woofy!
Come here, Woofy.
Come here, Woofy.
Well, we are a kid.
True. Very true.
Woofy!
Okay. You grasp Woofy firmly and wriggle towards the end of the cart. You peek over the edge and see the guards are all facing away from you. With luck, you will be able to escape without being seen into the rocky hillside that borders the trail. You slip over the edge of the cart and are nearly into the safety of the rocks when Woofy begins to bark in excitement.
Gosh dang it, Woofy.
Look over there. It's a kid. Catch it. Don't let it get away. The guards scream.
Don't let it get away.
Run, Galen. Run. Cries your father. Fear for you in his voice.
No.
You stupid dog. Dwarves can see in the dark and they'll be able to spot us even at night. You say angrily to Woofy as you begin to run. Your words are drowned out by a tremendous noise of crashing all around you. A brilliant sheet of lightning rips up the night sky. And rain begins to fall heavily.
Kaboom.
Fighting the rain, the steep hillside, and the weight of your wiggling puppy, you climb as fast as you can, but huge boulders litter the hillside and the going is difficult. The rain becomes a downpour, and the downpour becomes even worse. The ground is very slick. All at once, your feet slip out from under you and you crash to the ground. Fortunately, you don't land on any rocks, but Woofy slips eagerly from your grasp and disappears into the darkness. Blasted dog!
That's what he gets.
I should have left him behind, you mutter. He thinks it's all a game. Still, if I don't find him, he'll start barking and lead them right to me. Woofy! Woofy! Where are you? You whisper, Woofy! Woofy! Where are you? You whisper loudly. I've got to get the voices right. Woofy! You can hear the dwarves calling to each other. They are mounting and they're moving nearer and nearer. Soon they will be upon you. Woofy! Woofy! You whisper urgently. Crawling on your hands and knees, a warm wetness wipes itself across your face. A wriggling, wet, furry body crashes into you. Woofy, come here, boy! But the puppy disappears again. Then sharp teeth nip at your ankle and dug into your boot. Woof, says an oddly muffled puppy noise. Peering into the darkness beneath the overhang of an enormous boulder, you see 2 white eyes. Woof, woof. Yips Woofy happily. Sorry. Woof, woof. I have to be happy about it. Yips Woofy happily.
Hi.
Lying flat on the muddy ground, you escape and claw your way under the overhang. You are almost too big, but dwarf voices and heavy footsteps urge you to squeeze your way in. Seconds later, the stumpy dwarf feet are paused merely inches away from your face. Skipping pages. Is that the sound you make when you're squeezed under a rock?
Yes. Save us. We're dying.
Oh my gosh, there's so much text.
Oh my gosh.
And here's where Sparks Notes comes in. The gist of it, the dwarves come up. They have an argument amongst themselves with Sneed and the others. They're saying, well, why can't we just let this kid go? He's an annoying brat. And Sneed goes, well, if he gets news to the prince, then we're all screwed. So,
But then they gotta think, is this kid really gonna be able to talk to the prince?
Yeah.
The
gist of it is,
I don't think the guards would actually let the boy in.
Probably not.
So back to the horses. There's a notch to be done. Post armed guards along the road. I want this child found. And not a minute too soon, grumbles the guard. I'm soaked to the bone. Slowly, the complaining voices fade away. Outside, the rain gusts and wind wails. But you are warm, dry. How are you dry? You've been sliding in the mud.
What?
We dry so quick. Do we have like a secret power where we just like instant heat?
Ooh, that would be so good. I would love that so much. It'll be great.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah, that's
nice. Yeah.
Hours later, you are dreaming of eating a great feast when you are awakened to Woofy licking your face and tugging at your hair. Protecting yourself from the puppy's greeting, you sit up and stretch. Your head bumps the solid stone, and the memory of the horrible night just floods back upon you. Well, woof. I guess that wasn't a dream.
Well,
I guess I'd better do something about this.
Well, isn't that rough?
I applaud you.
well.
Okay, so you have 3 more options. 1, maybe I should follow the dwarves and try to rescue my folks. Turn to page 34. Or, number 2, maybe I should head across the country and find grown-ups. They can help. Turn to page 86.
No, they can't.
No, they can't.
As is the adventurer's, calling of every child. Adults are completely useless to me.
Including Disney
He's
movies.
gonna get there and say, "Hey, I need help. I'm being hunted." Oh, they want you? Well, now we can't interfere because then they will kill us too.
We're not French, okay?
We're not French.
Okay, or option 3. Or maybe I can reach the city and warn the prince. Turn to page 19.
Well, we already decided that the guards wouldn't really let the...
They likely won't let him in.
Yeah,
but
it's likely that the guards won't let the boy in to go see the prince. So maybe we go...
Let's find out anyways.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, okay, you're going to page 19 to go and warn the prince in the city. Put the bookmark back. Here's the thing about choosing your own adventure books. The bookmark, you have at least 6 of them, and they change places so often you don't really know which one's where. Okay, page 19. Page 19. I don't know, Woofy. Maybe I had better try to reach this city. I certainly don't want them going... I certainly don't want to go after those dwarves. I'm scared of them.
It's dwarves.
And, even if I did, I doubt I'd be able to rescue my folks. I'd probably just wind up getting caught myself. The only sensible thing this kid has done the entire time.
Right.
Let's see. Even if I found grown-ups somewhere in this wilderness, how would I know they would help us? It's such a weird story. Probably one no one would believe. I believe you, and I'm a grown-up, says a tiny... Oh, I need to say... I believe you, and I'm a grown-up, says a tiny voice behind you. I didn't read far enough ahead, okay? I just saw, I believe you, and I'm a grown-up. So I'm like, oh, it must do this huge, booming, deep voice. I didn't even look if it was a female or a dude. I will get better.
Well, then a small, squeaky voice is good enough.
Yeah, okay. I believe you, and I'm a grown-up, says a tiny voice behind you. Who's that? Who's there? You cry in alarm. A brilliant white light, much too bright to look at, appears in front of you. You shield your eyes, and the light dims to a soft glow. In the middle of the glow stands a small, winged creature, only slightly taller than Woofy, and it's unlike anything you've ever seen before. Didn't your mother ever tell you it's not polite to stare? Anyhow, I repeat, I'm adult, and I believe you. But you stammer, flunderingly helpless. I'm a pixie, dummy. A pixie. But you don't really exist. My dad says so. Dad says I let my imagination run away with me. Maybe I'm only dreaming. Go away, you're not real. It would serve you right if I did go away, says the small creature angrily. But it wouldn't be fair. You don't stand a chance without me. Okay, so sorry, I must digress again. There are illustrations in this book. Nowhere, anywhere did it say that this pixie was a woman. The illustration
Clearly shows it's a woman.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Now I've got to change my voice again.
This kid is a brat.
Oh, completely. Well, my question, how would you act if, you're just sitting there and magically, you're sitting there driving along with your father, who happens to be the royal cartographer, and dwarves attack you? Just for no reason whatsoever.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Most of this doesn't make sense. It's a fantasy book.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy book that's 175 pages long. We're on page 21 now. Heaving a great heavy sigh, the pixie says, "That's the problem with you humans. You keep ignoring your imagination. You should trust it more often. Leave your mind open and you'll be able to believe all glorious kinds of creatures. Like me. I'm great." Are you really a pixie? You say in amazement. And a grown-up one too? Sure. I'm just like any other woman, except I'm twice as beautiful and twice as smart, and I can do a lot of magic stuff too.
So there's where it says it's a woman.
Yeah, a page in.
Well, I mean, generally in fantasy stories, the pixies are all women. So even while reading this by yourself, you're gonna picture a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you might picture a man at first, and then it'll say it's a pixie, and then you'll be like, okay, so it's a woman.
Yeah, because, like you said, generally pixies are women. So
Because stereotypes.
You're welcome.
Man.
I'm smaller, I'm not large, I'm not clumsy. She's okay, now I'm just gonna back to Spark Notes mode. She's got long, huge, curly blonde hair, tiny, delicate, heart-shaped face, large violet eyes. So that's weird. Dimples, gauzy wings. Her stuff looks to be made of. Her clothing seems to be made of like if rainbows were a material. It's like silky and stuff.
Interesting.
Kind of like spider's web glistening kind of stuff. Swallowing hard, you say, "I think you're the prettiest thing I've ever seen." Settling a tiny crown of lily of the valley flowers on her head, she fluffs her shining curls and says, "Well, I knew that all the time, but it's always nice to hear it. You're pretty smart. For a human, that is." The pixie stares at you for a moment, as though trying to make up her mind about something. Finally, she says, "Wolfie has been telling me all about your problems. I suppose..." What?
Playa!
Well, I mean, you are trying to get her to help you.
yeah, that's right.
It's a kid.
It's a kid flirting with a pixie.
An adult pixie.
That makes it even worse.
In his defense, I mean, this adult pixie looks like a 3-year-old.
Yeah,
I guess.
Let's see, how many... Oh, okay, good. I'm going to start skimming a whole lot because we're almost to a next decision. He goes... The dog has told the pixie all about your problems. And so Galen, I can help you show those nasty dwarves a thing or two. And as long as it's fun, I'll help you. How do you know my name? Clearly it's because she's been talking to your dog.
Clearly.
Clearly. Try not to be dim, dear. Wolfie told me. Of course. I was right. We had a nice long chat while you were sleeping. It's mostly because of him that I decided to help. Animals always get hurt in your stupid human wars. And why should they? Animals never have wars. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm allergic to bullcrap.
Well,
There's the background noise.
Great.
I think I'll find a way to get rid of it. I know a few tricks. I got a few tricks up my sleeve. Anyways, animals never get hurt and animals never have wars. But who are you? I guess I should introduce my name. My full name is Whimsically P. Delphinium, but you can call me Whimsy. Yes, folks, you heard it right. You heard it first here. Whimsically P. Delphinium.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Neither do I.
I don't even know how I should react, to be fair.
Well, you should call her Whimsy. Whimsy. That's a great name. Sorry, not great. Grand. It's grand.
It's grand.
Yes, it is, isn't it? But how can you help? Simple. I know the forest like my own living room, because it is. It is your living room. Which I suppose it is. I should stop interjecting before they confirm what I say. I have a bad habit of doing that.
Well, yeah, the forest is your...
Oh.
Thanks.
Okay, so real quick before we continue, I just got to say that reference that I made, sorry, I'm allergic to bullcrap, that reference, that was actually a quote from the movie I, Robot. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie.
I'll be honest, I have not.
I haven't either.
It's a Will Smith movie.
Movie night.
Yes.
Netflix and...
Okay.
Not chill.
Not chill. It's going to be a lot of loud sarcasm and laughing.
Netflix and Hank.
Yeah.
But the thing was, a little story behind this. Jacob and I, we started quoting that. We started saying, sorry, I'm allergic to bullcrap, before we even knew what that quote was from. So, while we were at the farm back in June, or no, not June, back in July, my grandpa had the movie I, Robot. And it was when Jacob and I found out that quote that we were saying was from I, Robot, we were laughing so hard. Oh my gosh, it was the funniest thing ever, because Will Smith, he's just like, sorry, I'm allergic to bullcrap. And Jacob and I just start busting up because we finally found out what we just referenced. And so, yeah.
Okay, so to continue with the Spark Notes summary, she says she knows the forest like the back of her hand. You're like, that's awesome. That means you can help. And she's like, yeah, of course. All I have to do is shrink you.
Wait, how does that help?
I don't know. Last night's mud still clings to your clothes and hair. New mud covers you from head to toe.
But we were dry.
Exactly. No continuity in this book whatsoever. Ugh, I don't know if I want to be seen with you. It's not bad enough that you're a human. Oh, sorry. I need to refresh that. Ugh, I don't know if I want to be seen with you. It's bad enough that you're a human, but a dirty human is too much to bear. The pixie hovers in midair before you, a disapproving frown on her face. She has flung a cape of brilliant red cardinal feathers over her shoulders. As she shimmers in the sunlight, you feel large, drab, and clumsy. That's a personal feeling you feel.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, I can't do anything. Okay, so we're going to finish this episode of this decision because it's currently 7:57.
Yeah, 7:56, but whatever.
Yep.
Okay, so the next decision you come with, I'm sorry, I can't do anything about my size or my appearance, you say regretfully. But I can, says Whimsy. We'll go to my friend, the Dryad. She has a shrinking potion that she's been saving. I'll have her let you drink it, and then you can get some spare pixie clothes. Shrink me, you cry in fear. Will it hurt? Will I stay small forever? Don't be silly, says Whimsy, and without even looking at you to see if you're falling, she flies off down the hill. Is that where we want to end today's adventure? Because we kind of have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, tune in next time to the Just Three Dudes. Well, what now?
Until next time.
Well, I mean, I guess we could banter for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That was
I guess.
that was the end of like, well, what now? Which is essentially the mantra of our lives now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what now?
Well, I guess we sign off by saying, see ya.
Do we want to say who we are?
I think they know who we are.
Well, only our regular, like the 2 people who have ever actually like regularly watched when we do know us.
Yeah.
And we didn't introduce ourselves at the beginning, other than me. I said I was Trent, and I was gonna kill you. Sorry, fools.
I don't remember that.
Watch this again. You'll see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, now I remember. I thought you were talking about the first video we made.
Yeah, he was gonna kill us in the videos.
In the book.
The book.
Oh crap.
I'm personally amazed you haven't made a decision that ends to your death. Generally, that happens a whole lot in these books, where it's like, I'm gonna do the sensible thing, and you end up dead for no apparent reason.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that we survived this long. But
True.
if we're gonna sign off, then my name is Dawson Martineau, and I will see you guys next time.
I'm Calvin Peterson. See ya.
Trent Williams signing off. Have a good evening.